Let's switch you around here.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Aging Potheads. I am your boy, Big Brother Boss, aka Funky Monk, and with me is the producer Tony. How you doing tonight, Tony?
What's up, brother?
Not too
Another
much, not
beautiful
too
night.
much. Exactly. All right, y'all. This is the time where we ask you to go ahead and share out with your friends to let them know we are on the air. As soon as I get a little something here, phone has been tripping today, but hey, the show must go on. How is everybody doing tonight? Go ahead in the comments. Let us know. Excuse me. Let us know where you're watching us from and sorry. Where you're watching us from and what you are smoking on tonight. And let me go ahead here and put this out. All right. It takes nothing to share with a friend. It takes nothing to go ahead and click that like button and subscribe for anytime we are going live. I also want to welcome the people who are listening to us on your favorite podcast supplier, wherever you get your favorite podcast. I'm sorry, y'all. But for right now, it is that time. Let's go ahead, grab your joint or whatever you smoke with, and let's go ahead and blaze.
I got a dumb question while you're taking that hit. So I get my podcast from Pornhub. Are we on there? I'm waiting for you to take that hit so I can say that.
That's funny. Yeah.
You know I'm good at making you gag every time. I'll wait till you take a hit and I'll say something stupid just so you can like trying to hold it in and laugh at the same time.
Yeah, for real, man.
I do that with my friend Dabs too. Every time she takes a hit, I'll say something stupid and she's like, "You son of a gun."
Yeah. Oh man. I am smoking tonight. I am smoking on White Rainbow, which is a sativa dominant hybrid. It came as it was on the hybrid. I mean, it was on. They say it's sativa, and that's probably because it's high in limonene, but it really hits like a 50-50. But I do feel more of the sativa, so I can see if someone says that. So most definitely, I gave this 4.5. I want to say I can't remember, but yeah, I gave it 4.5 blunts. It's a good high. I tried it out. It's White Rainbow. It is by 1212 Cultivators. I got it at Green Dispensary. Let me. Sometimes I don't remember these things, but I got it at Green Dispensary. But most definitely, if y'all around, go ahead and check that out. I haven't seen it anywhere but Green Dispensary, so let me know if y'all see it anywhere else. But I have seen it at Green Dispensary, and like I said, it is a good smoke. It works pretty fast. Now, what you smoking on tonight, Tony?
Before we get to what I'm smoking, I had a question for you because I noticed that a lot of the strains are saying they're either a strain of the week or strains that you personally reviewed, and the ones that you have reviewed, with what I'm about to ask, are usually high. Is there something I'm missing about any strain that has the word white in it? Because I used to love White Widow when I was a kid, and you had that, I believe, as a strain of the week as well. But when I was changing out the White Rainbow card earlier, you had, I guess, last week White Lemon.
Yeah, White Lemon.
Is there something about the strains that when it has the white in it, is it supposed to be like more frosty? Because I noticed that with a lot of them, or even the White Rhino. White Rhino were good too.
I would think so, but I couldn't tell you the truth. The White Rainbow and the what was the one last week? White Lemons are the same cultivator. Okay. I got them from the same cultivator, but I really didn't hear about. I know about White Widow. White Widow is a very, very good strain. Hey, buddy, thank you for joining us. What? Oh, before we move on, Bunny Kawaii is making fried chicken tonight. Just so y'all know.
You just want to rub it in. I got you. That's
Oh,
what you're doing. You just rubbing it in.
and her chicken is bomb diggity. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Now Tony was smoking on some Bubba Berry. What's that? A hybrid?
I didn't look it up. I literally just added that card because I forgot to do it earlier. But I'm trying to look at it right now. I believe this one is an indica leaning hybrid.
So it's high in myrcene.
Yep.
Probably high in
But
myrcene and
it doesn't mention the myrcene, but it has the limonol or whatever it's called.
limonene.
There you go. Or no, not the lean. I don't know if you can see it with this light.
Oh, linalool. Yeah.
There you go. And isn't that normally indica?
Yeah.
So it's indica leaning, but it is a hybrid because I purposely only buy hybrids most of these days.
I get it. I get it.
Some hot apple cider.
Okay. Now you rubbing it in. I love apple cider, man.
Oh, this is nothing. They had the honey in it, but I didn't put my Bacardi in it yet. I started making my hot apple cider with Bacardi a while back. We'll get into that another time. But as far as the Bubba Berry goes, I'm gonna be honest. I would probably give it like a 3.5 blunt. It's not bad, but the taste and the high it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like even though they say that more indica leaning, I feel more sativa leaning personally.
Okay.
Because it shoots my anxiety a little higher than what it should.
Mm-hmm. I get that. So most definitely, y'all. And I think that's what linalool does is bring up your anxiety. But I actually have to check.
Right.
But I'll let you know. That might be what's shooting up your anxiety. As I said before, y'all, your mileage may vary. It may, one strain might not be good for you, but it might be good for me. I know there's strains I will stay away from because even though they are sativas and I love sativas, the effects they give me is not my desired effect. So, like I always say, if you're new to a strain, I would say hit it out of a pipe. I always recommend you hit anything out of a pipe. You do get the better flavor out of your flower. Anyway, y'all, our strain of the week. Oh, sorry, Bubba Berry. If you've tried it, let us know. That way we know, how far reaching this stuff is, y'all. Our strain of the week is Jenny Kush, which is an indica leaning hybrid. Now with Jenny Kush, I'm gonna tell you folks this. Jenny Kush is normally on the lower tiers, and I don't know if I've ever explained it, but if you folks are familiar with dispensaries, and for those who aren't, most dispensaries have 3 tiers of the type of flower they have, or actually almost any product they have. They have almost 3 tiers, but it's mostly the flower and the concentrates, where the lower testing or the smaller cultivators or even just the lower percentage testing flower it goes to the lower tiers. And as if you look at going to a bar, you have you have what is it, regular, you have regular, and then you have top shelf.
Well, draft and bottles or something like that.
Yeah, something like
it's a draft bottle. Yeah, I don't drink that much, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't either, so I couldn't tell you. But basically, it's the difference between top shelf and well. Because well is basically the lowest that they have at a bar. You might get some medium stuff, and then you have your high stuff. If you get Jenny Kush, make sure you get it on the medium to high if it's there. I normally never see it higher than the medium, but still always check the numbers. Every time I've smoked Jenny Kush, it's given me different effects. I just picked up some for my girl, so if I get a chance to smoke on it, I'll probably review it next week. Some of y'all probably have noticed that if I do it as the strain of the week is I normally review it the following week. It's normally because I just picked it up like a day or two before the show, and I haven't really gotten a chance to sit and smoke with it, and things like that. Let us know what you're smoking. Let us know where you are watching and listening to us from. And I don't know how many times we've done this on this show, Tony, since we started over a year ago, and it never gets old. For those who do know, there was a active shooter incident today at UNLV here in Las Vegas on campus, where a gunman injured folks, and he or she, we don't know much information, also was terminated. The numbers we have right now is 3 dead, 1 injured. We do not know if one of the 3 dead, if they're counting the shooter as that, if they're adding the shooter as one of the casualties. What it does do, though, is if the shooter is one of the casualties, it quote unquote doesn't sound like, it doesn't make it a mass shooting per se. It makes it an active shooter incident. There was also an incident in Texas yesterday. I just found out about that right before we came on air, so I can't really give you much information, but I do know when the president sent out his thoughts and prayers letter, he mentioned a shooting in Texas as well as the shooting here that happened in Las Vegas. Our thoughts are with the families of those affected, all the students on that campus, and everyone who was involved in this tragedy today. There's not a lot of information coming out, so what that does is that brings out the conspiracy theorists. But why is the media quiet, not giving too many details? But Tony, I can tell you this too. It happened back in 2017 also. You know what I mean? With 1 October. We got a lot of information, but we didn't get a lot of that information until a day or two later, when we started getting a lot of that information. When it first occurred, all we were hearing was that there was multiple shooters. You know what I mean? Same in this case. Many said there was multiple shooters. They said they interviewed a woman on TV, and she said there was still shooting going on after the media had said that there was no more shooting going on. All this unconfirmed stuff, I don't like hearing it. And you know what? We should have had a trigger warning too, because some people really don't like talking about this. And I tell you this, you do not, and I've said this at the last time, you do not have to watch these stories, y'all. If you heard it, you don't have to turn on the TV. Protect your mindset, protect your mental first. I feel we here at the Aging Potheads have to report something like this, even though we're not members of the media, but we are people. And we are, potheads come in all shapes and sizes, so we don't know how many potheads were involved. You know what I mean? Or just people, period. Right. But I do remember something one of the radio show hosts said today, is that we want it to stop. We need this shit to stop. And there was a shooting today earlier at UNLV. It shut down a lot of stuff. The national rodeos in town, and they canceled their first night. I believe their opening ceremonies was supposed to be tonight at the Thomas and Mack Center here in Las Vegas. It was canceled for tonight. They also released a statement giving prayers to the those affected by this tragedy. It also says another thing too. Think about it like this: our last mass shooting here in Vegas was a country concert.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are with another shooting in the rodeos in town.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did.
I'm not saying anything. You and I talked about this before we came on the air, and there's a lot of stuff that we would say off air that we won't say on air. It's not our thing. I know. Hopefully, when Tony does get back in his game, we'll get his podcast, and that's gonna be gonna be.
I would have no hold balls. I don't care. I would seriously just go all out. You know me. I don't care. I don't care about nobody's feelings, none of that. But I will say this much, and it's not incriminating. It is kind of a rather odd coincidence. I mean, and there's some things that we can touch lightly. Why is it that every time is a white person that's doing the shooting or whatever, unless it's a major shooting, but even the October 1st one was pretty fucking major, and yet we still didn't really know who the guy was until a day or two later. But as soon as like anybody of color does it, they're on it and releasing his pictures while it's still happening, practically.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they have a suspect, they have that person, but that's neither here nor there. It's still a piece of shit, regardless of his color.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I know this is not the 1 October shooting, but I still have my doubts about how this man moved a military grade weaponry through a casino.
Right.
Just saying, y'all. That's not conspiracy theory. That to me is just human logic. If Tony goes to a damn slot machine and puts a fake $10 bill in it, they're gonna catch it. Even if the machine accepts it, the camera in the sky, the eyes in the sky is gonna catch it. Mm-hmm. Tony pickpockets somebody in a casino, they're going to catch it. So this guy brought in military grade weaponry through a casino and then up the elevator. Yeah, I don't know. But this guy today, we don't have any information about this person. For those who believe, I hope he burns in hell. Piece of shit. I don't give a fuck what your reason is. I truly don't. And you know, it seems like I'm giving a more attention to the shooter. That's because there's just not a lot of information. But I do want to let folks know this is not indicative of what happens here in Vegas. That might be one of the reasons they're trying to keep it down too, because we have the National Rodeo Finals in, and this could be one of the last of the 2 years available on the contract. So we do know that part of it is going to Texas, but there is still a big part of it that remains here. And for those who know, Vegas thrives on tourism, and this is normally the slow season, but it only picks up around this time. One, because we had the F1 a couple of weeks ago, which I think was a bust. Don't get me wrong. The race was cool to watch, but I think it was a bust in terms of visitorship and or
money. There is no think of it. I will tell you where it is, people. It was fucked up. It was beyond a bust. Like it was just all fucked up. They have a lawsuit against them because of the shit they did. So yeah, no, fuck F1. Don't come back here, please. I understand we have a contract with you. Fuck you. Take yourself somewhere else.
Well, maybe it'll happen like it did the last time, where it only did it the first 2 years, and then it stopped due to lack of participation. Everybody said F1 racing is a spectator sport for the elite. Give me a NASCAR race any day, because even though they're racing in circles, I can see the race going on. I'm not sitting in a seat I paid $10,000 for to watch a car come by every 3 to 4 minutes. Right. And I can't see the rest of the race. That's kind of crazy, but hey, it is what it is, y'all. But there was another point that was brought up here about the shooting, Tony, that I saw before we came on this today. And the reason we don't have a lot of information, y'all, is because this happened so fast. A lot of information wasn't given. But you also have to think about the generation of children that are in school now. They were born. They got to witness Columbine. You know what I mean? Either they were born right before Columbine or right after Columbine. So they're used to active shooter type situations, shooter drills. They did the shit in school. You know how that works. But one of the stories I saw was that a student at UNLV was actually in a school shooting earlier in their life. And now that kid doesn't feel safe. And I can't tell you kids who come here or you students who come here to come to UNLV, I can't tell y'all that it's going to be rainbows and unicorn. I can't tell you that it's going to be safe because this shit happens too much nowadays. But you're talking about a college where this is for some of the students there, it's their first time away from home. And you know, they're already worried about being in a new place. They're already worried about what is it, December. So they're worried about finals right now. They're worried about what they're gonna do when they go home for vacation next week. And all of a sudden this shit happens. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. I am at a loss. I'm tired of reporting this shit. I'm tired of reading this shit. And I'm tired of the inaction.
Yeah, but you know what? We talked about it. I think not last show or possibly last show. We talked about how the holidays, this stuff happens all the time, and I told you about my friend's niece, her father and mother, suicide murder.
Yeah.
Look, the holidays, it's hard for everybody. I get it. And when you talking about what you're talking about, how some of these students already have a lot of stress and so forth, for all we know, it could have been a student who was under that distress.
Yeah.
In the end, it's something that I feel like we're always going to report on holidays. But as much as we report it all year round, it's kind of getting a little ridiculous.
That is.
Yeah. I wish we could just take a break from it. Let's just have 1 year where no media is talking about some dumb shit like this. Let's be progressive about things in life. Be productive. Why the fuck we gotta talk about somebody having whatever issue with so and so, and then all of a sudden, how many people are dead because they just went on rampage? This is not the way to do it, people.
I said the same thing about. I thought 2020 was gonna be like that, Tony. I actually thought 2020 was gonna be the year that we were just all sort of cooped up in our homes, not doing shit. Getting cabin fever. I thought the most serious story we get is a man caught running naked down an empty street. You know what I mean?
Right, pretty much.
Then we had George Floyd, and me as a black person I wasn't surprised, but it upset me. I said, "How the fuck are we supposed to be quarantined, but police still finds the time to kill somebody?" You know what I mean? My thing would have been why George Floyd was there. It's like, why were you outside? You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to blame George Floyd. I'm trying to be a little light about the situation. If everybody knows me, they know. But I was just saying we were in quarantine. It was Memorial Day. So I'm thinking to myself, we were only, you know what? Yeah, we're only 2 months in. We weren't that far in, but we were still enjoying the fact we were off work. Some of us were.
Let me ask you something. Did we touch base on any of the content or anything about what happened to Derek?
What happened to who?
Derek Chauvin, the cop.
Oh no!
But did you hear? You heard what happened, right?
Yes, but let's take that time right now.
Yeah, because I'm sorry you brought it up, and I'm like, boy got his. He got his.
Yeah. This was last week's news, y'all. But if those who don't know, Derek Chauvin, who was
Chauvin,
convicted for the murder of George Floyd, He was he shanked?
Yeah, 22 times, I believe.
Oh fuck! God damn!
I
He
believe.
was.
I'm looking it up right now.
Let me stop talking in prison terms. He was stabbed in prison, y'all, and a lot of folks were upset that they were like, he has a family and people who love him, and so does George Floyd. So let's be clear. I don't wish ill on a lot of people, but he killed somebody. So that goes to my rule of people who kill people. You're a piece of shit. So, if you got shanked, maybe they should have left you in there bleeding for 10 minutes, just to see if you would survive. I would have done that. I said, hey, okay.
Well, are you making reference into how long he had his knees on his neck? Because I believe that was like, I forget how long, but that's what I would have done. I would have timed it exactly for what he was charged with, for how long his knee was on there.
You got, I think it was 9 minutes, 26 seconds.
8 or 9 minutes, something like that, yeah. Either way, I would have hella timed it, or like you said, just go full 10 minutes, fuck it.
Yeah, like I said, I want to make sure because, y'all really had people convinced. Y'all literally had people convinced that his drug use is why he didn't survive with a foot on his neck for 10 minutes. And yeah, I know it was 9 and some change, but come on, y'all. I don't look at shit like that. I'll say, oh, it was 9 minutes and 28 seconds. It was 10 minutes to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. So I'd have left him there wherever he got stabbed, probably in the shower. Because I would think he was on a special unit. 1 for being a cop, 2 for just being a murderer, and then 3 for being the person who killed George Floyd.
Well, okay, you gotta look at it as that was a hate crime, so naturally you want to segregate them from anybody that's gonna attack them for that hate crime. In the end, though, let's just be honest. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but I feel the same way when it comes to celebrities or anybody. You are a person. Your badge, your race, everything is really 100% irrelevant. You don't want to be in that goddamn prison? Don't be doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Now, you done killed a man. What the fuck you think was going to happen to your dumb ass?
Exactly.
So I looked it up. The guy was a former gang leader. He told he was one time FBI informant. So he told investigators that he literally targeted him for the whole killing of George Floyd. So I mean,
that doesn't make it a hate crime. That just makes it a revenge crime.
Yeah, with him, no. I'm talking about the hate crime being with Derek against George. That was the hate crime, and that's what I'm saying. He probably should have been segregated from any minority group, to be honest. But in the end, at heart with me, no. You are going to prison, you're going to prison. There's no, let me protect your punk ass. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care who you're affiliated to. I don't care what. I don't care if you're my favorite actor. Hey, much love and good luck. That's all I got to say. You do stupid shit. That is what it is.
I have a question for you, Tony, because you've been on the inside before.
Yeah.
So, is it really like they say? You got enough money, you can do anything in
there. Honestly, I won't tell you right now, no. It might buy you enough protection that you can slide by if you're lucky. Depending on who you bought. At the end, realistically, I've seen people with money, and that didn't matter. You were likely to get more fucked up faster than I was going to. I was basically like your store and your loan place inside of there. So every time somebody needed something, I would give it to them to just pay me double back or whatever when it comes to commissary. In the end, you having money, unless you're going to be buying them the whole entire commissary and stuff like that, most of those people are going to take your commissary, then they're going to kill you any fucking ways. Good luck. So, no, to me, when you're spending that much money, you're putting a bigger target on your back. People are going to respect the business end, and they're going to respect the fact that they're going to need you down the road. Once they already got everything from you, the fuck they need your rich ass for? They already got everything. Now you're done.
Excuse me. The reason I asked was because I figured he'd be watched. I figured somebody would be watching him. So
they were watching Jeffrey Epstein or whatever his name is. So what?
Yeah. and maybe I watch too much TV. Because when I see it on TV, something the guards sort of know what's going down, so the guards sort of like, oh, I'm gonna go have a cigarette down here. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, that's not far from the truth, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
That part is not far from the truth at all. So
Yeah, because if there's a guard that didn't like Derek Chauvin either, he would be like, okay, I saw a couple of guys going to the shower. These guys shower with him every day, So I went to have a cigarette.
Here's the thing that you gotta look at the aspect of it. Okay, so let's look at Black Lives Matter, the movement, and the riots as a whole. Yeah. Did you see only black people down there, or did you see white people too?
I seen everybody.
Exactly. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't see as many Asians or Mexicans, but I saw a lot of white and black. My whole entire thing is, you really thought by putting him with a white guard that was supposed to protect this dumbass, somebody out there had compassion as a human to say, no, you're fucked up for that, and I don't side with you over a skin color. Yeah, they probably did let his ass get stabbed. Oh, well, I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's the thing that I've always laughed about the government. They'd be like, oh, we can put you in witness protection program. For what?
Yeah.
You act like I can't get touched one way or the other just because you put me in a stupid little program.
I figured they would have put him in there with some of the Aryan Brotherhood, just so he'll have.
How well did that work out?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. You know what I mean? I don't know prison dynamics when it comes. I just do know there are gangs based by race in prison. I know that part.
Oh yeah, that part that's true. But what I'm saying though, prison is like an inner city. I don't know if anybody's explained that to you, but being inside prison and stuff, it's like an inner city. So in that city, it's just like out here, just you're in the walls. That's it. So it's all business. That's all there is to it. So even if he was stuck with a bunch of Aryan brothers, he still probably would have gotten fucked either way, to be honest.
Okay.
Because if the other people are offering something, he ain't nothing but a piece of meat to the motherfuckers. They're like, oh, that's cool, and they sold him by the pound.
Okay.
In this case, about 22 pounds.
Now, let us know what you feel about the Derek Chauvin stabbing. Yes, and I do know he has people who love him and people who care about him, but they also got to understand there's people who don't care about him and want him dead and wish he would have died. But those are those people. You can't feel a way about it. The man killed somebody, and they would say, divided a nation if you want to be dramatic about it. But there's a lot of people in prison that get retaliated against. We just heard it. It was just from him. So,
all right.
Whatever. How do you feel about it? Go ahead.
My whole thing is, I don't care, to be honest. I don't care. I'm not for him. And I wouldn't say I'm not for him at all. Let's put it that way. But I wouldn't say I'm against him to the point of wanting him dead, per se. But like I said it before in the past, let the streets do its justice. If the justice system failed us, you left us no choice.
Let the streets.
You see what I'm saying? That's all there is to it.
Yes.
And you basically handed him to the streets on a silver platter. So what the fuck you thought?
Exactly. But
y'all, let us know what you do your job all you want. We won't.
Let us know what you think about the Derek Chauvin case, y'all. In the comments. Let us know. Now, for those who don't know, there right now going on social media there is a movement called the Sassy Man Movement. And what is it about? What it's about is that for years, women have been saying men aren't sensitive enough. They don't talk about their feelings enough. They don't express their feelings enough. And in recent years, men have been trying to be more sensitive, be more caring, expressing themselves. But when they do so, there's a group of women and men who call these men sassy. And sassy is kind of a feminine term to most men. So they feel they are getting, they feel they're calling these men soft. So, are men getting soft, or are they just breaking away from societal norms? Candy and I filmed a segment about this. So if y'all want to check that out, go
I'll
ahead.
try to get that up by Friday.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and check that out. We did film a segment on it, so I'm not gonna get too much into it. I'm just gonna give my little hot take on it. I believe the backlash is because not everybody's on the same boat yet. You know what I mean? It's a change for everybody. So I need y'all to understand that that's probably why this is going on. But let's also be clear that sometimes it is just soft. And when I say that, I'm not saying soft as a man. I'm saying that soft is just a person. You soft, you know. But with this movement that's going on, y'all, give these men a chance and give these people a chance because everybody's got to adjust. Go ahead, Tony. I know you had a lot to say about it.
So you know I'm more old school, but you also know that I'm very I'm all about being humanity and everything. Here's my thing. I left a comment in one of the posts that Candy did. Here's my thing. Let them be however the fuck they want. Does it really fucking bother you that fucking bad that who's the bitch at that point?
Exactly.
You think they're trying to call them bitches, you the bitch. You the one whining about it. What the fuck? Who cares? Is it affecting your personal life? No, it's not. So shut the fuck up. If you don't like it on your news feed, change the channel. Jesus Christ, how hard is that? I'm old school. You know, I'm not saying that men can't be soft. I think people should be who they are. If they are a soft man, let them be a soft man. Who gives a fuck? That's not your problem. It really isn't. You know what I mean? To me, I think that men are supposed to be a little bit more. How can I put it? Not. I guess you could put it that way. But we're very outspoken, no sugarcoating, very insensitive creatures. We are. I'm not trying to sound like that's everybody because fine, we got the sassy men. Listen, who cares again? Stick with your fucking men that you want to stick with. And if you can tolerate both, then tolerate both. Who cares? Again, it's all about you. And don't be trying to impress your stupid ass friends and go, oh yeah, I'm with you, fuck them sassy men. Look, if you know a guy that's not as hard as you are, who cares? Admit to it and be like, that's my boy. You got a problem with it, you got a problem with me. You know, my thing is a strong man, to be a true strong man, is to take care of the whole village no matter who they are.
Exactly.
That's being a strong man. If you want to talk about you a strong man, then be a strong man. Support your neighbors and your friends, everybody, society, like a strong man should.
Yeah.
That's being a strong man. Now, if you can't do that, I'm sorry, but you're more the bitch that you're calling these guys bitches. I'm sorry, you're the bitch. That's just being real.
Exactly. Yeah, that's just being real. But y'all want to hear what Candy and I take up? Candies and I take up. Oh shit! If y'all want to hear us talk about it,
I can't edit this.
If y'all want to hear us talk about it, go ahead. Tony, have it posted up by Friday. Check that out. Let us know what you think. And some other celebrity news. Michael B. Jordan was involved in an accident. He hit a parked car Saturday night in Beverly Hills?
Hollywood, I believe.
Hollywood? Okay.
It might have been Beverly Hills. It might have been Beverly Hills, but I think it was over in Hollywood, I think.
Yes, he was hit. His Ferrari hit a parked car. One of the things about this, Tony, and I sort of thought it was funny, no, he didn't seem impaired, so they didn't do a test. I'm sorry. If a man hits a parked car, you know, if a man hits a parked car, I think I would want to just say, hey, I don't smell no alcohol. Let's just, you know, for shits and giggles. But I will say this. It might have been a distracted driving incident. He might have been on his phone. He might have been checking out some girl walking across the street. You know.
Right.
I'm having
that's what I thought it was, honestly.
Yeah. Having the hardest time trying to light this fucking spliff.
No, from all the stuff I've seen him in interviews and everything, I don't take him be an irresponsible drinker or anything like that. So you can tell the party type attitude when they're on the camera and stuff like that. And he's a straight up through and through type guy. So I really think it was just a simple distraction. Nothing, you know, boom. I will say the lesson I took away from this, buying a Ferrari ain't worth a shit. because I saw the damages to both cars. That Ferrari got fucked up.
Yep. Shit.
Nope.
Excuse me. That strain of strawberry cough. I'll review it for you next week.
Actually, you already reviewed it.
Huh?
Did you know that? You already reviewed it, and it's been strain of the week.
Okay. Yeah. I got this one though. This is a Stizzy though. It's by a Stizzy. I've never had Stizzy flour before. I've had their concentrates, but not their flour. So
their concentrates are okay, but I'll be honest, them as a company in a whole, I don't think they're really that good. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. A lot of people love them. I just don't think so.
That's because they came out with a cool looking smoking apparatus. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a little cool thing. I like it. I got a few Stizzy batteries around here. But
like I like it, but it's just I don't think it's that high as what everybody's saying it is.
Luckily there was no injuries, but hey, let us know what you felt about that. Yeah, and was the parked car at fault? Leave a comment. Let us know. That car just jumped out of nowhere and got his ass. So.
Pretty much.
I don't know. How dare that car just be parked right there? How dare it?
I think he should have gotten a ticket.
Listen, y'all, we mentioned it earlier today. It's the holidays. And one thing that can be stressful about the holidays besides family is the shopping. For those who are always caught up in that hustle and bustle of shopping, we have 3 strains that you might like that may work with you and get through the holidays. And I'm going to put them in the order here. First one is a sativa, which is sour diesel. Sour diesel can be a hybrid, but it's normally leaning sativa. What you want to do is this will get you pumped up. The sour diesel sativa effects will give you. Thought I was glitching for a second, huh? But I was trying not to say but it's sour diesel gives you that little pep and that little motivation, and it brings down your anxiety so you can be out there shopping with these people. And that sour diesel, you can get that at most dispensaries. Holiday strain number 2 will be Blue Night, which is an indica. Now, this one you want to smoke after you've been shopping all day and you just want to come home and unwind because you've been out here with all them people. Blue Night is an indica that will do that for you. I have not smoked Blue Night personally myself. So you let us know if you smoked it and what you liked about it. I will be on the lookout for it out here in Vegas. And that is our indica. Now, our third, and you gave me the same third, man. Our third is Wedding Cake.
I just fixed it.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Which is normally normally an indica. It gives me indica effects. But Wedding Cake, they did put down as a hybrid. The Wedding Cake is something that, you know, you had the sour diesel. Sour diesel's wearing off, but you still got to get through the rest of this trip. You're shopping. Go ahead and hit that Wedding Cake. The Wedding Cake will bring down your anxiety. It actually kind of boosts your confidence. So you're gonna be out there doing it. So Wedding Cake is also a good strain to have around family too. It wasn't on my list for Thanksgiving, but this one right here will help you deal with family too. It also will help you unwind. This is like, let's watch the football game so we don't have to listen to everybody's fucked up ass story. But hey, that's what it is. Those are our 3 shopping strains here. What's your go-to strain for the holidays, y'all? To keep you sane while you're out there shopping? Leave a comment. Let us know how that is working. And also, y'all, let's go to Gen X Talks. Holiday shopping. I do know there is a segment of society who do not remember Black Friday, who does not remember lining up after dinner in the Best Buy parking lot waiting to get a $200 laptop that was a piece of shit when you opened it and got it home. That is from personal knowledge, y'all. That is from personal experience. That $200 laptop was a piece of shit. I can't even remember where I put it, and I normally keep all of my computers, but I was so disappointed in that laptop. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Oh, I hated that laptop. But there are
I had a
some...
laptop. That was bad. I had a laptop that was bad. It was a notebook or a netbook.
Mm-hmm.
Small little thing, piece of shit.
Yeah. But y'all, just to let y'all know, it, you know, for those millennials and Gen Zers who think that Black Friday used to be cool, that shit wasn't cool. That shit was quite stupid. And most people, you only had to do Black Friday once to realize, oh, I don't want to do this shit no more. It's almost like going on the Vegas Strip for New Year's. You only got to do it 1 year to realize, oh, I'm not doing this shit again. Black Friday was that for me. You know what I mean? You get all excited. I was excited. I said, hey, I'm going to get in line. You get there and realize that you get a fucking armband. And at that point, you can go fucking home. Because that armband guarantees you an item you want. It's not as fun as you think. I was also there before, like the Black Friday craze. I was there, and I'm aging myself. I'm an aging pothead, so either way. I remember when people went fucking hog shit wild for Cabbage Patch dolls.
I just
You
noticed
remember
that
that?
too.
And this wasn't Black Friday. This was like when Toys R Us got it, people was there. People were lining up knowing that truck. Sometimes they would be giving these dolls out the back of the fucking truck. That's how...
They started selling out on those as soon as like November 3rd or 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
It started at the beginning of November.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, getting the Cabbage Patch Kid in the 80s, y'all talk about they made shortages. Nah, today they do limited edition shit so people will line up. Back then, they had a whole lot of these things. It just was getting them and keeping them on the shelves.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So
when you were talking about the strip of New Year's, I'll be honest. I think I did that all but twice, maybe 3 times out of my 20 plus, at this point, like 23 plus years of staying here or living here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Never again. The strip is just, once you've done it, like you said, it's done. And it's over. And quite frankly, it's overrated by far. The last time I even went, we went to the very end of the strip where basically nobody was really wanting to be at. We went to the very end over by the Luxor. Or no, not the Luxor. We were closer to maybe like between Mandalay Bay and what's it called, MGM. So we stayed down that way because at least that way we weren't overcrowded and shit. If you're gonna do some shit like that and you want to at least be near by the crowd, get towards the very end. Just don't bother with it.
Yeah, for you, it was a straight shot home either way, you know.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I literally, all I did was walk across the street, grab my car, and left. I was like, bye. No line, no bullshit.
Yep. So yeah, that's cool. You know, I can say I've done it twice.
Be in the middle of all that.
Yeah, I can say I've done it twice myself. Never again, though. I'm not. That's not my thing. I will say, for you young kids or young adults, try it.
Kids.
You'll probably
Young
like
kids.
it. You'll probably like it. It's fun. It can be fun, but understand, New Year's in Vegas, y'all. It's in the 30s. Yes, we're in a desert, but understand, desert works both ways. It's cold as fuck. It's cold as fuck out there. You know, even though that people might say, "Oh, it's snowing in New York." No, you gotta understand that. Understand that, but the 30s in Las Vegas is not something we get used to. You know, so just to let y'all know. But back to the holidays, y'all. Let me tell you something. You are not missing anything. Go ahead and click that shit online or on your phone and call it a fucking day. take the deals. I mean, now Black Friday starts the beginning of November. There's really no demand. Why would you line up? We don't even do the things. You remember back when online was starting to get popular, they had deals that you could only get online or deals that you can only get,
Yeah,
uh,
I remember.
if you go to the store, they were still trying to get people to go to the store.
Hmm.
Then Black Friday started on Thursday. I'm thinking to myself, they're not even giving these people a chance to get the fucking food digested. Fuck that. Once I smoke and I eat on Thanksgiving, it's a done deal. Not going no fucking where. I'm gonna do that Black Friday on the phone and go on about my life. And y'all should too. For real.
Yep.
Man. But let's go ahead here, y'all. Spoiler alert, I'm nice and high now. I got that infused pre-roll going and it is good. I actually got to watch Dashing Through the Snow, starring Ludacris and Lil Rel. It is streaming on Disney Plus. I actually went to this with not a lot of expectations, but it turned out to be very good. It actually turned out to be better than what I thought. I ended up giving it 4 blunts, because once again, it wasn't the best. It was good. I gave it 4 blunts because I do know that if I would have watched it sober, I would have enjoyed it just the same. And sometimes that's how I do rate them, because some of these things I'll rate lower, knowing that if I wasn't high watching it, it'd be a piece of shit. But Dashing Through the Snow is your classic Christmas tale about somebody who doesn't believe running up against believers. Hilarity ensues. There's a chase, there's reindeer, and there's a happy ending. Y'all know how this shit works.
Yeah.
I gave it 4 blunts. That is Dashing Through the Snow. That is streaming on Disney Plus right now. Go ahead and let us know if you've watched it. Let us know what you think about it here in the comments. Now, what were you watching, Tony?
So I don't know if you heard about it. It's called Old Dads on Netflix.
Okay.
Have you heard of that one?
I've seen it. I just haven't really been motivated to watch it.
Let me tell you something. I wasn't at first when I first saw the trailer. I was kind of like, "Yeah, it looks lame." After I saw the unedited, uncensored version of the trailer and stuff, I was like, "Yes, I have to see it." And for anybody who doesn't know me on a personal level, and this is what I want from you, boss, I want you to tell me next week if you think this guy was just like me in any way, shape, or form, as far as the way he talks, his attitude, his demeanor. I'm going to bet you $100, and this is on live recording, so I'm actually betting this. You're betting it. I'm hoping you're betting it. Anyway, but I bet you $100 for real though. No, check it out. Tell me if you think this guy doesn't sound just like me with his attitude and demeanor and the way he views people.
Okay, I'll watch it then. I'll actually put that on my list to watch then.
Yeah, and when you do, and ask Bunny too, because I want her opinion. When you guys do, if you both agree that that's me, I welcome all the fans. Definitely go check it out, and you'll see exactly who I am when I'm not on this goddamn camera. You'll see exactly who I am.
Oh man, I'll definitely have to watch.
That's how much he's just like me. So I gave it 5 blunts flat out. It was that good. It was just.
He said 5 blunts. He gave 5, so I definitely got to watch that now.
Bro,
and that's Old Dads, y'all. That is streaming on Netflix. If you've already watched it, let us know in the comments how you felt about it. And if you haven't watched it, run over to Netflix and watch it and see if that guy really is like Tony. Let us know what your favorite go-to movie is and what you are watching. Man, normally I talk about food in this part of the show, munchies. But a couple of weeks ago, my daughter was visiting, and she brought down some Uncle Arnie's infused peach tea. Now, when she got here, I didn't really get I couldn't really give it a good evaluation because I was already high. So I didn't want to give it. So I tried this Uncle Arnie's infused peach tea sober. I mixed it into my drink. And let me tell y'all, oh my fucking God, was I high. I was higher than eagle pussy. And a couple of times I greened out. I think it was the other night I told y'all I greened out. Because I smoked it and because I drank it and I kept smoking, I kept smoking, I kept smoking. Anyway, y'all, if you are looking to get high and you want a fast acting like edible, like you go somewhere where you can't smoke, I would try this. I'll mix it with my drink where you can microdose it, or you can be like me and put 3 servings in that bitch and say, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. But I do like it. Comes in 2 sizes. It comes in a 2-ounce bottle or an 8-ounce bottle. It's all still the same 100 milligrams of THC per bottle. Don't let that fool you. Do not let that fool you because it will knock you on your ass. First time I tried half the bottle thinking like, fuck it, that's what I normally smoke. Yeah. I fucked up. But I do like it. I do have my thing now where I put about 2 to 3 servings in, and it gets me just right. It gets me just right. Yes, and I'm not I'm not a drink person. With infusions, but I would definitely try that. Myself. Again, I have a couple of bottles in my refrigerator now, so I gave it 5 blunts. These you can find Uncle Arnie's at most dispensaries. Okay, they do come in all 3 flavors. So sativa hybrid or indica. Go out and try those, and this will turn me on to doing more edible reviews because I do see some things when I'm there, and I think I'm gonna try them out because I do know we got our listeners and our fans who don't smoke, want to smoke, or don't want to smoke because they have lung issues or things like that, and they want the edibles. But let's be clear, normally dispensary edibles are shit. Normally they are, but you know what? I'm gonna test them out so you won't have to. You know what I mean? So if anybody want to sponsor us, hey, y'all know the address: info at theagingpotheads.com. And Tony will get back to y'all with our rates. But like we've said before,
we're supposed to get paid for that shit. I didn't know that. I didn't want the food. My fat ass is hungry. I'm for free. I don't get to really do much blunt ratings here, but I'll still take it for free.
Yes. I get it. But yeah, if y'all want to send us something, go ahead and hit us up there. We'll get you the address to send it to. Did you have any food you wanted to review or anything?
Yeah, believe it or not, I just added as you were talking because my wife picked up the Walmart chicken strips, the Walmart brand, Great Value or whatever. Let me tell you something. If you like spicy chicken strips, like without the sauce and everything, like it's not labeled hot. It's the original strips. The batter is made with some kind of like pepper to it, and it's fucking. I'm sorry, it's just bomb. And you got to make it in the air fryer. That's where it comes out the best.
Air fryer, okay.
Oh yeah, and let me tell you something. It's good. It's the perfect munchie. It has protein. It has flavor. Like I was surprised. I was like, I don't normally like off-brand stuff. Like I'll eat it, but I wouldn't like literally say, "Hey, I recommend it." This I do. If you like spicy shit without all the sauce or without it being actual buffalo or anything, yeah, this is the perfect little fucking munchies, honestly. So I honestly get that 5 blunts as well because I'm fixing to go buy a whole bunch of them motherfuckers. Like honestly, it's that
good. I'm gonna have to try that out when we go shopping this week for groceries. That's the Walmart chicken strips. Now, let us know in the comments what's your favorite go-to munchies. Man, tonight I'm actually just snacking on some Nilla wafers. But hey, I'm waiting for that fried chicken that's gonna be waiting for me right now. Most definitely, y'all let us know what your go-to munchie is. And hey, y'all, we're at that part of the show where we like to tell you, we like to talk with you, then about you. If you are going through any type of crisis in your life, and you feel you are alone, you are not, go ahead and dial the Crisis and Suicide Lifeline at 988 from your phone. You can call or text those folks. Also, if you feel you are in a abusive relationship, whether it be physical, mental, or financial, please contact the domestic violence hotline at 800-799-7233. Like we say, get the help you need. Also, I do know some of you folks, the 988, if y'all feel a way about what happened today in Las Vegas, there are lines there for you. Also, dial 211 if you live here in Vegas, or you can go ahead and dial 988 and get the help you folks need. Hey, we are the Aging Potheads. We are here every Wednesday about 7-ish on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Working on getting on Spotify and your other things there. We did the scripting. Y'all know some part of this show is scripted. Part of it is not. Part of it is just me being fucking high like I am now, and I'm prolonging the motherfucking closing. But anyway, we're the Aging Potheads here. We're here every Wednesday about 7-ish. Miss Candy could not make it for tonight's broadcast, but hey, we'll catch you next week, y'all. I am Funky Monk, aka Big Brother Boss. That's Token Tony, the producer. We are the Aging Potheads, y'all, and like we always say, meditate and medicate. And until next time, stay lifted, my friends. Good night.
Night.